Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Damn, it's already Wednesday.
Yeah, it is. I'm happy about that. I don't know about nobody else, but y'all might not be stoked, but I'm glad the week is almost done.
Hey, every day's a Friday in my house.
For you. People, that's what happens when you become a lazy black man. every day.
A retired lazy black
A retired lazy black man. It's problematic, okay?
and a student, so I'm not lazy.
Children like him are the reason why we have socialism.
Did you just say cheering like him?
Children.
Oh, man.
Some people just don't know how to work. Shauni Kerkhoff. Have y'all heard that name before?
Where? Like venereal disease.
Anybody heard of the name Shauni Kerkhoff?
No.
Please do not make any.
Sounds like an STD.
I was gonna say, don't make any funky jokes about them.
Sounds like butt cancer.
Shauni Kerkhoff is the individual they believe to have been putting the pipe bombs January 6th around the Capitol. There's a problem, though. Shauni Kerkhoff is not what most people were told was present on January 6th. Miss Kerkhoff is, and it's Miss, by the way, it's ma'am. It's
oh, like legit Miss or
no, it's a legit ma'am.
No,
a legit
man.
Ma'am.
Man.
This is what it say. A large group of pro-Trump protesters stand in the East Capitol bombing Capitol Jan 6, Washington. A pro-Trump mob stormed the Capitol. That's what they want you to believe. The Blaze investigative journalist Steve Baker released an article in November stating that Shauni Kerkhoff has been identified as the J6 pipe bomber. The report suggests that Kerkhoff is a former U.S. Capitol police officer.
Interesting.
What was that we were saying? That it was a possible inside job? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
I think that's what we were saying, isn't it?
Based on timelines of Trump's speech to when people were let into the Capitol and they were given a tour, etc.
Now there is a picture of Shauni Kerkhoff, and Shauni Kerkhoff looks a little bit, like you would expect a Shauni Kerkhoff to look.
Let's see what this little fella looks like.
That's what I thought too when I first saw it, and now I'm confused because now I might be thinking it might be not a ma'am, but a ma'am.
That's a ma'am for real.
There's Shauni Kerkhoff.
Totally a ma'am.
That's a ma'am.
Moon pie face as well. This might be the white I speak. That's what it looks like.
Wow.
This is the white Anthony. Whitney. Hey, this is Whitney. Yeah, this is her. Whatever. I mean,
Who?
I'm not here to try and tell anybody what it is, but it do look like it's confused. I'll give it that. It looks like it's confused about its gender. But for now, we're going to take the title it says, which is Shauni, female, and say it's a she. Flat-chested she. But a she. A little bit too manly of the jawbone, but a she. Okay? She. Now, here's a bigger question. Y'all might think, well, this is a non sequitur. Okay, let's go with that. It doesn't make much sense. If y'all find out that we was right about Jan 6 being an inside job and nobody in their right mind on the left would do something as stupid as they think with pipe bombs and have no effect to the pipe bombs other than the pipe bombs being found, are y'all going to then say that people like AOC was lying when she said she was in fear of being raped? Of course, she wasn't there, but she was in fear of being assaulted, raped, and all that. So look, AOC, listen carefully, okay? I don't know if you've checked recently, but women on the right side of the spectrum are by far more superior in looks and behavior. Okay, that's one. So if anybody were to lose their mind and do something like that, it wouldn't be to you. In other words, you are not rapeable. Can I say it as frank as I need to say it? Women on the left don't even inspire. In fact, if we ever wanted to deter that as an action, be on the left. Look as much on the left as you ladies, listen. If you ever wanted to deter, dress like a lefty. If you never want to find a man and you want to make sure nobody messes you at night, before you leave work and if you walk home, dress like you on the left. Have a wig, purple, pink, something bright, a magnetic nose ring, even have a magnetic cheek one too.
Just in
Don't
case.
shower.
Don't shower before you go home. Make sure you leave all that stench. Make stench. Do some push-ups before you leave so you start to sweat. Ain't nobody touching you. Nobody.
Nope.
I'm just saying, if you've seen them, you know what I mean.
Oh God.
Blue-haired beluga whales.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what you can do about maybe a fat bodysuit or something, but outside of that, this breaking news, to me, seems as though it's gonna get swept under the rug. They're gonna try and debunk it. I know Jan 6 was a long ways off, and it served its purpose, which was to try and change the narrative of people's minds when it was time for elections. I understand it fully. It did what it had to do. However, it may have backfired on them because if in the future another Republican runs, they have already used this card and there's nothing more they can do.
Right.
That they really, okay, so let me ask a question. Jan 6 was successful. We can say that, right? It was successful.
Yes.
Do they have anything else up their sleeve that they can use now to win another election?
They can't use the government shutdown.
Nope.
Obviously, can't use Jan 6.
Nope.
Maybe they're trying that now. Maybe. But that's going to backfire on them too, because a lot of their people are going to be in that.
They're trying. Well, Jasmine Crockett currently is trying to go back to paper ballots because she has a problem with Dominion machines. Makes sense, but trying to fidget with ballots, maybe.
The paper ballot idea would have to go hand in hand with
mail-in ballots.
No, it would have to go hand in hand with ID.
Yes.
You see, if they were to pass or try to pass paper ballots again, you have to incorporate ID with it. There's no other way you can make that work, or pass it as something that we would be able to say, integrity is fine, right? Because that's what went hand in hand. Whether you had to be able to identify, this is me here, this is my paper ballot. Otherwise, yeah, they can. But the problem with a paper trail is that there's a paper trail.
Don't our IDs have some form of biometric in it? Mm-hmm. Don't we put our fingerprint or something, if I remember
into
right?
Into the system, but not associated with the it's associated with our number now, but not the card itself.
I could have swore like it is in the military. Your fingerprint is the barcode on the back of your ID. So when you put your finger down, it creates a barcode.
I don't know. It could be.
So since we're talking about ballots, how come they don't just go to biometrics? Because when I was overseas also, and we had to oversee the Iraq elections, everything was done by fingerprint, ID, and they'd have the fingerprint. Wouldn't you think that would be more effective to kind of stop?
Well,
with fingerprints, because they would have to match the fingerprints up in a database, because I'm pretty sure everybody has a fingerprint of some sort in a database somewhere.
Everyone legal.
Yeah. So wouldn't you think that would be more effective?
Based on what I know about Dominion, no.
But how do you hack by them? Oh, I guess never mind.
You don't need to hack them because they're the arbiter.
Yeah.
So if you remember when we covered, well, you guys weren't with this. We didn't have the Savage Patriots when I covered it, but from their manual operation and how they do it, if they were to use Dominion and add biometrics, it would be very easy for Dominion to do what they need to do to make this happen, to where they could usurp. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One, every bit of your filing for when you cast your ballot, and then you mail it in, or you bring it to the site the day of. They get cycled through, entered into the system. So you bring the paper, it's scanned in, sent to a central hub, from the central hub sent out to the final destination. But the central hub isn't on site.
Yeah, we did talk. We talked about that.
Yeah. So you have a very mad range for influence and messing with, because if you can take what was done, transcribe it, transpose it, send it back out, you don't get a receipt for it. And they can give you a receipt that says you're everything is fine, but if it's not fine, you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't know.
There just has to be a better way. I agree with paper ballots. I don't think Dominion or any of these voting machines should have anything to do with our elections, as we discussed, over a year ago?
For sure.
So it should be, you walk into a polling place, you show your ID, you put your thumb on a little thing, it scans your little thumbprint, and then it should print your ballot right there on the spot to verify. So scan, confirm, print, here's your ballot. Now, if you go up there and you're not registered or you're not a citizen,
It won't give it to you.
it won't give it to you. It won't even give you the option to print a ballot. And there's no way around it. Sorry.
I could get with that.
Yeah.
I can get with that. Will they implement that? No, because that would be a little bit too secure.
That would be very secure.
I would have used a third party to do it, and then use, if you want to stick with Dominion, and I guess if you trust them, send it to go in and vote under Dominion, but have a whole third party system print out the ballots with the biometrics. I'd prefer that. A whole separate system. It's a shame that we come to that spot, but if that's what their going card is, that the best way to win the next election is to mess with that, the J6 would be a better option. A second J6 would be a better option than messing with that.
Yeah.
I mean, J6 is nothing new to the Savage Pagers. We must have discussed J6 how many times? 3?
Ad nauseum, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times. And there was all types of videos. We were calling it out as a scam long before it became like really mainstream. We were already, calling out the holes in the whole thing.
I mean, we understood it to be a tour, not an insurrection.
Yeah.
Okay, so we covered 1, 2, 3, 4 different times plus this one. Yeah, we've been at it a little bit. Here is the video.
Built like a woman, right? Yeah. Look at the arm swing.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely a girl. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a woman.
Yeah, stretch.
Yeah.
That's the date stretch right there. That's the date stretch when you're trying to get your hand around a pretty girl. Nobody saw me at this pipe bomb.
Let me just go and drop this right here.
And now, if that gets proven to be true, everything about J6 gets thrown out. But here's the benefit. Now, here's a question. Do you think that if they were to find that this be 100% true, an inside job thing, would the president have a case now to bring before the Supreme Court to investigate the results prior to, in terms of interference? Because remember, the whole premise was that this wasn't the J6 was a result of him.
Yeah.
Hey, just him. So if it was just his job, and then now all of a sudden it's an inside job based on the Capitol Police, then what else was tampered with by people on the opposite side? And could they bring a case now and say, well, now we have all the evidence we can bring to case, including what Mike Lindell had, and quite possibly that would be the catalyst to bring his third term to fruition.
I believe it. And I mean, Trump's has been standing 10 toes down when it comes to the election being stolen. So if this comes out and all this was set up by the DNC and Nancy Pelosi and the Capitol Police, and it comes out to be true, they're definitely going to have to look back at the election that it was stolen, because everything's going to have to, they're going to have to backtrack. Okay, why did they set this up? Oh, this is why they set it up to to keep people from investigating this stolen election. So we're going to throw in this thing called J6. Takes their mind off of that. Blame Trump for J6, saying he didn't believe the election, so he set up J6. All that cancels out, goes all the way back to the election. It's going to come out that it was stolen.
And if it was, then he's owed a term.
Yes. And this is why they keep throwing out a third term. They know something, man. They know something.
No, I think he did that because he should have.
Yeah.
He should have. In fact, he should go about pardoning everyone that was, all of them. And I mean everybody that was arrested that day. Every one of them. Guilty or innocent. Pardon them all. Why? By the time they come back around to finding out who was behind it, he'll have some more people in his back pocket.
Yep. And do you think they should give all the content creators some type of restitution? Because remember, we were talking about things like this, and they were taking our videos down, demonetizing us. They were doing all this crazy stuff because we were talking about it. Do you think
YouTube is making some kind of an effort to do that?
Okay.
I don't know who. I don't know if he has that kind of unilateral power. However, I think he could open up the option for us to have a civil lawsuit.
Yeah.
By removing their protections. I think that would be the best bet to do.
That has to be the case first, though.
If you would just remove the protections.
Revamping Section 230.
Yeah.
And providing enough evidence to where if you're taking down videos of public opinion regarding certain events or certain instances like COVID, like J6, and it's been found out to be absolutely true, and these social media platforms are taking your stuff down because that makes them a publisher and not a platform.
Yeah,
that's what 230 has done, is turn these like YouTube into a platform. But if they're removing content and they're editing content, like Facebook did, like Twitter did, even TikTok, then that makes them publishers, not platforms. So
and they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
Now, if somebody were to decide to bring a civil lawsuit and multiple people, I could see them trying to change things before the lawsuit hits ground so that they don't have to pay out by giving people back their platform or going back through and remonetizing folks to try and take themselves off the hot seat. But I hope that the people that do bring the lawsuit decides not to take all that and still continues with the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to send a message.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I agree.
We need to get that message out.
Now, what will be very interesting is the lawsuit from all the guys that they locked up for this scam, this sham. You know, imagine how much money these guys will receive if all of this was created, made up.
How many got locked up? Do we know?
No, that's what I was just typing in. 1,575 people.
Over how many years?
No, this is just for J6.
No, I know, but they've been locked up for how many years?
I think it was
4 years, yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
And the average salary, let's just say, is $60K times 4 or 1,000. Suing the United States government in a class action lawsuit for that.
That's crazy work. He pardoned all but 14. All but 14. Now, hear me out. I don't know why the 14, but I'm going to find out right now. Let's see why only 14 were left. Doesn't say. He pardoned all but the remaining 14 people, though their convictions were eligible for immediate release from prison, as he commuted their sentence as time served. So all were pardoned. Well, the 12, all but 14 were pardoned. The rest were commuted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that. That's good. That's very good. Expunge away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even when J6 first happened, I had a buddy who was locked up, and I talked to him the day J6, that day. And I called him because I knew he was there. And the last thing he said to me was, "I can't talk right now. I'll call you back later. And I didn't hear from him again. So when he got out, he never really talked about it. He was floating around on TikTok for a little while. You know, I ran into him on Facebook, but he didn't really talk much about it. All I said was, "Hey, welcome back." And he's like, "Thanks." Because I really wanted to know what was really going on behind it. But he wouldn't talk about it.
So my question is this: with as much that's been going on as to the next steps for these people who have been wrongly incarcerated, that were held without due process,
That part.
is there going to be, and you said the suing of the American government, that's one thing, but specific charges towards specific people in the administration that did it? Like, do you think they'll actually do like personal lawsuits against people like Biden?
What would be the charge?
It depends on what they find. Because if they had to, these people were possibly paid to do this, right? The question is, how were they paid? Were they paid with government funds or were they paid with private funds to operate in a government position? Now, they were paid with private funds, and we can find that private money going back to people like Biden, then they have a case against him personally.
Yeah.
They not only have a case against the administration at the time, but they will actually have a lawsuit against the individual himself.
Right.
That's why I'm saying it depends on what they find.
I mean,
now, say they grill this lady and they find that out. Is that a problem?
Oh, most definitely. And even if the guys did sue, there's so much they can sue these guys for. It's not just for locking them up, you know, without due process. You got to think of like post-traumatic stress, defamation of character, their reputations ruined, the stress, losing their job. I mean, there is so much that they can get these guys for. That's a huge case.
Say again.
It's just I just want to figure out what at least the range of charges could be if you're going to take it out on a person or people versus the entity itself, the government.
Conspiracy to commit fraud.
Okay.
Unlawful or what was the second one? Coercion. Heck, if people were possibly could like Babbitt, that would be an accessory to murder. There's some pretty big charges they can be brought on. They're not small. They're not just fly-by-night charges. If there was a personal payment made out to these people to get this done and to instigate this stuff, it depends on how many people they paid, and then the aftermath of them being paid again to lie.
Yep. And don't forget about that one guy. What was his name? The guy who was inciting it. We're gonna go
the white dude, Epps.
Yeah, Epps.
Oh yeah,
Ray Epps. Yeah.
And then also Nancy Pelosi, you know, conspiracy.
I had heard. Did I hear that correctly? I don't know if they did.
Yeah, I think one of them committed suicide.
Oh,
that's what it was. Suicide.
Yeah, I sent the Nancy Pelosi video to the chat of her talking in the car. This whole
we download that and bring that up. Bring it up.
It's all going to come down, and it's going to crumble. And this is why Nancy Pelosi's not running again. This is why she's retiring. This is why people like Chuck Schumer are going to leave. Mitch McConnell, all these people, they're going to try to just get out of there quietly and think they're just going to go away and disappear. Yeah. And it's not going away. It's not going away.
We have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of a thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean, the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with? There's not a question about it. They don't know. They clearly didn't know. And I take responsibility for not having them just prepare.
She was in there freaking
Man, what? This lady, she's funny.
She has a lot to answer to, man, and she will answer those questions because the thing with the pipe bomb, how long had they been talking about this pipe bomb?
Oh, that was the first thing that anybody brought up.
So you're telling me it took this many years for them to figure out one of the Capitol Police possibly was responsible for it? How did they figure that out? And why did it take so long? I mean, they were finding little old ladies based off phone pinging.
Grandma just baking pies in the
And
restaurant.
grandma and threw grandma in jail. And she was never even in the Capitol. They scooped her up and threw her in jail. You mean to tell me that they couldn't track this officer?
Ossifer?
Yeah, officer. What about the guy that shot that CEO? Same thing. They tracked him down. They found him quick. Boom. They found this guy. But this person they couldn't find after all these years.
You know what I want to find? There was a oh, I know there is here. Let me find it here. I know I can find this particular clip. This is the one. Here it is. All right. This is another one too that proves more than likely anything else that this was definitely something they not only knew about, but was planned.
Mhm.
Planned, I say, planned. And this is Nancy's daughter. Her daughter. All right, this is a daughter. Hold on, let me make sure I bring this up properly here. Let's bring this up.
One thing, if you drag it out. Well, I think the one thing, if you drag it out, after the Democrats lose the House, and then they get rid of the committee,
Right.
people may lose interest.
Yeah.
The first trials are going to get a lot of attention.
Yes.
It's like anniversaries. The first one is a
Right.
big deal. They made a really big deal. 10 years since,
Right.
no one's going to care after the Democrats are out of power.
Right.
And then take Biden out of office, then who cares? If you drag it out long enough, I wouldn't go first for a trial because DC is a lot of people that work for the government, and it's a lot of. I don't think I'm sympathetic.
The jury. That's the
jury
bigger
is gonna
issue,
be-
is we don't need the trial to be held there. And
Well, if you
we're
got
gonna
moved,
find
you
it-
totally get off.
I
It's-
wish successfully move it. No, they won't move it. I mean, think about it. They'll resist it. They'll say how I've heard in the hearings. They're going to say, how dare you say we're not fair? We're fair.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, I really, I know you're not the bad guy. I mean, if there is, I haven't found the bad guy yet, but if there is, I know
Well,
you're
what
not
if
the
the
bad
guy
guy.
with the eye patch? I mean, he's like a stereotypical bad guy.
But the thing is, why I asked you the question of like, so what was the plan? Is that if there was an insurrection, you were supposed to be in line marching. You're in the military, you know this.
No, that's
You were
not
supposed to have a plan.
Exactly. It's called
But then you're
operations
saying-
order. You sit down
like-
overnight with your soldiers. You go
Right.
over. All right, you're gonna go here. You're gonna go in by this side. At this time, we're gonna take over this. There's none of
If
that.
it was an insurrection, it's the sorriest insurrection in the
the worst.
20th, 21st century ever. No guns,
A
no
guy-
plan, people taking selfies.
A guy smoking pot.
I love the guy.
Yeah, like for
You're going to be able to laugh about this one day. I don't know what the Proud Boys is, but I know Gavin McInnes. I went on road trips with him to parties. It was so comical to me when I first started hearing about like Proud Boys are from. This was like years ago when they started saying in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
where he's from.
2016.
I was like, what? This guy, I mean, he may talk shit, but a lot of it is like he's a provocateur. He says it to like be funny
very
or whatever.
right.
But the idea that he's now being elevated to being this, it makes me, it totally makes me laugh because I'm like, I know this guy. I've been to many parties with him, and I know he just says some crazy shit. I know the Brooklyn version of those guys, and I'm just like, so I just wanted you to know that. Like, I have a whole history with these people, and I'm like, come on, you're like, that's just kind of like, anyway.
Hey, look, they're talking about how to best carry the J6 thing and string it along as long as possible to make sure that they keep as much going as they possibly can. This is her statements. Pelosi's daughter, her own statement. They knew that it wasn't an insurrection. They're admitting it right then and there. It wasn't an insurrection. An insurrection doesn't work like that. She even said so. But they have to paint it that way, she said. It's the only way for them to keep power is to paint it.
Yeah, and it's the way the media and they paint everything. You know, they had the whole country, the whole world thinking that COVID-19 it was the deadliest, virus known to man, and everybody was running with it. How they painted it, and it's the same thing with this insurrection. There's still people talking about this insurrection today. No matter how much evidence is coming out, no matter how many videos you show them, no matter what proof you have that it was planned, that it wasn't an insurrection, they're still running with it. Donald Trump calls it an insurrection. Good at what they do. Get that to them.
Yes, that is the same daughter running for. I think it's the same daughter running for a position. Yes. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna end up being there or not. Is running for California State Senate seat. So unfortunately, we'll have multiple geriatric bats in there if she makes it. And it is California, so I can see her doing it. I can see her, doing that. But aside from that, there's enough information from angles of cameras. And I think they're still investigating the Jan 6 committee, are they not?
I think a lot of those, haven't a few of them been indicted?
The only person I know that's indicted that may have anything to do with J6 was what's his name? Comey.
What about Bolton?
Bolton would have only had documents that they were talking about him with confidential documents. The names I want to see arrested would be Schiff, would be
Pelosi.
Yeah, Pelosi has to.
Swalwell.
Yeah.
And what's his name too? The old Durbin.
I want to see Pence too.
Pence too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really want to know what he was given that day. What was handed to him and why?
Yeah. No. Totally.
When we did our deep research, it looked like it was a Mason coin, but I don't know.
It was probably a coin that says, "If you don't vote the way we want you to vote, we're going to kill you." And it was like,
well, the coin. I don't know if you saw any close up of it, but it did look a lot like a Freemason coin.
And the square and compass on it.
Yeah, it was a certain type of coin that it looked like they handed off to him, almost like a seal the deal kind of thing. Wouldn't surprise me if it did or didn't, but it would surprise me.
Do the right thing, Pence.
Pence don't know how to do the right thing.
Hey, he's involved.
The other things I'm hearing about him is true. What?
Yeah, he's involved too.
At this point, he has to be.
You heard the other things about him, right?
No.
The other possible things with him and younger people.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? Didn't he play for the other team now?
No. Well, I guess if you mess with little boys, it would be, but that's what I had heard.
So he dabbled in the diddling.
Dabbling in the diddling.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Trump calls it a swamp for a reason.
That's
not
what
just
I had
politics.
heard.
It's a swamp.
I ain't saying it happened. I'm just telling y'all what I heard.
And all of us on the side as patriots, we love our lives.
There was a person that came forward saying that he was one of the people that messed with this particular person when they were younger. Which then added to the fuel of the coin adding in a hand thing.
I can see that.
I don't know. I'm just telling you all the rumors so far. Just a rumor. I think we had even covered it on Too Strong at the time. And we had mentioned it, and I think there was some sort of, let me see here.
We talked about Pence on the Savage Patriots too. We called him Judas. We were like et tu, Brute. We knew something was off with him. Even when he was with Trump, we knew like Something about Pence, man, that just didn't seem right.
Yeah, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we covered it about his secrets.
Mm.
And we did a whole deep dive into the coin and all of it.
Right.
And the possibility that the coin was a masonry coin. So I don't know. I'm just saying that's what we deduced. Or deduction.
But it's a fair
But I
deduction
don't-
because of what it is that we're discovering about this guy.
Right. Now, I don't know if they're gonna get anything out of this lady. This Kerkhoff lady. I doubt it. I don't think it'll go anywhere. I honestly don't. don't think
Is
that'll
she even
go anywhere.
arrested yet?
Don't think so.
Oh. How do we know she even exists? Honestly,
Just from pictures.
yeah. Pictures tell us she's a person, but have we seen her? Are there any other pictures of her out there working in uniform? Does she have a Facebook page? Does she have any type of social media page? Or did they take them all down like they always do?
That's a good question.
Now they're insinuating that there was a coin passed off at the Charlie Kirk thing too. So
I wouldn't doubt it these days. Man. You never did, We're in a movie right now.
So I'm guessing if it's the same coin, then Israel was behind Jan 6 too. I
don't know.
Blame
I
the Jew.
Everything, man.
Blame the Jew.
The Jew.
Blame the Jew. The filthy, dirty, stinking,
But
worthless Jew.
What do you think would happen? Like, again, I always talk about shutting down all social media, and the only thing people can be able to watch for a few days is the truth. I mean, unedited, hard truth. And you're not going to be able to go to any other website. Every time you open your net or what's on Netflix, on TV, whatever, streaming for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, however long, and it's just showing you hard facts.
Well,
Truth.
they tell you that that's indoctrination.
Yeah, I mean, the left would, but what if they can't deny it? What if it's to the point to where they can't deny it?
No, they will. They still will.
Like, what if you have testimony?
They're still going to do
Oh,
it.
It'll be
call
AI.
it. Yeah,
They'll call it AI. So
Come on, man. They have it.
Your fridge.
freaking geriatrics with their masks. Just drives me nuts.
Oh man, look.
When
Stuff.
when
What?
did when did COVID start with the mask?
19, late 19, early
Okay,
20.
late 90s. So my conspiracy brain, the wheel started.
Well, no, it
turning.
didn't kick into the U.S. until March of 2020.
And when was this? This was
This was J6 was at the beginning of
2021.
2021.
You notice how the mask, we couldn't read their lips. Imagine if they didn't have the mask, but we could read their lips to what they were saying. You know, everything is planned, man. Everything, all this stuff they do, it's all planned out. So what if the whole mask thing was planned? There's no need for them to wear masks because sometimes you saw them with a mask, sometimes you didn't. They all put a mask on and they were just talking. They were
They
telling
go
each other-
backstage, take it off, and come back on their way up.
They do it. Yeah, we saw that.
They were having orgies, kissing each other backstage and stuff. And then they get on, we got to wear the mask. Get out of here.
Keep that savory.
'Cause we never knew what he was really saying to him at that point.
No.
Couldn't tell.
He was
It's-
saying, here's your coin and your payment for what you're about to do.
Is your life, or you can walk away with a lot of money.
I mean, he's not even in position anymore to do anything of value.
Yeah.
So
Let me find this here. I'll show you what I mean. The coin that we think they gave him was this one. Okay, I'm going to show y'all one the coin I think they handed off. Based on the coloring and the way it was laid out in his hand, we believe it's this guy. That guy right there. So they do have their little, thingies that they hand off to people for doing a good deed and for what they're about to do. I can't say no. I can't say I do know, and I can't say I don't know. What I can say is if they run this down the rabbit hole, I'm betting you that you'll find somebody at the helm of it that didn't want Trump to be in office, and that if you really follow all the documentation during the election, you'll probably more likely find that somebody messed with documentation somewhere and no one wants to talk about it.
Part.
I'm just amazed that so many people just got swept to the side, especially even 17. There was messing things with then when Hillary was running.
Mm-hmm.
They were messing with it, but then they really you remember Ruby Freeman, right? You remember Ruby Freeman? The Georgia ballot counter lady?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
She went completely free.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And she's on camera messing with the stuff. Like, I don't understand how you do that. Like, you literally on camera jacking stuff up and
nothing happened to you.
You got people literally walking up to and just stuffing stuff in after hours, and that's
I mean, if we've been questioning this for years, like I said earlier. Would it make you question Ashley Babbitt's death?
I've always questioned that death.
Yeah.
But two ways. I question it that she did die, if she did, and I question it as she was the only one that could get killed because she was obscure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she is or not dead, but either way, there is a reason that they could take her out for the sake of. But if you realize, in neither case did it take it anywhere. It didn't change the narrative one bit. It didn't say, that she was guilty or innocent or anything, and there was just a talking point. She was not. It wasn't used to do anything.
So she was just inconsequential, other than not even a talking point, but other than just fodder for the left to use.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was. I mean, it was for a while. There was a slight distraction.
But didn't we cover her? Didn't we cover her death to be kind of sort of a false flag as well?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Let me see, Ashley. Did we do Babbitt?
I mean, I think we brought her up the shooting part about how she fell and there was no blood and she supposedly got shot in the neck and should have been bleeding immediately.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do any real first aid. She just lay there with her head up, so it was questionable.
Yeah.
Well, this whole thing, is questionable.
It is.
And we've always questioned it, like I said earlier, but there was also video when it first happened. I remember when this first kicked off, there was video floating around of Antifa changing into MAGA gear, and they got caught. Mm-hmm. This guy was like filming them, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" Yo, Antifa's changing into MAGA gear, and they went after the guy. He's like, "Come here, give me that camera," and they tried to take his camera. That disappeared from the internet. And then these 250 FBI agents, I think, that were there that came out that they're not really talking about.
Or just the Capitol Police talking on film.
Right.
Yep.
The release of the official count of those FBI agents becoming the agitators, that should have just blown this whole J6 thing out of the water and turned it into a nothing burger. That alone should have.
I have my theories as to why it didn't. I think half the Republicans were in on it.
Mm-hmm.
More than
Republicans,
half.
you mean rhinos?
Yes. And even those that were like, they just didn't like Trump.
Okay. That makes sense. That's
the
fair.
swamp. You know what I mean?
I could see that being the case easily.
Possibility.
I don't know if it is or not, but I'm just saying I could see that being the case, and a whole bunch of covering up. And look, I'm not saying that we 100% agree with everything that Trump does, but here's the problem with what we see, the deep state versus people like Donald Trump. The deep state has their pockets to protect. He don't have pockets to need protecting by the government.
Right.
So he doesn't have that. That's not his motivator. Their motivator is stopping people from messing with their pockets.
Mhm.
And that means by any means necessary. So anybody that steps in that wants to change the status quo is now the automatic enemy.
Yep.
The reason why Trump went from zero of nobody hating him to everybody hating him wasn't because of his policy. It was because he was doing something completely contrary to what they have been doing for decades.
Right.
Everybody comes in with a different policy to save money or to have this here and to have that there. And what does happen? It just never gets done because they don't plan to go through with it. They use it for election.
Yep. That's
But
true.
Trump didn't do that. He came in with a plan to execute said plan, and they knew that because he wasn't going to be able to play by the normal political rules. Remember when he first ran, they were talking about, oh, he needs to act more presidential.
Yep.
What does that even mean?
Be another
You give me,
Obama.
like, yeah, there's no meaning behind it outside just follow the rules.
Right.
But when you start not playing by the rules and the people realize, hey, man, he's not playing by the rules. I like him. Oh, that's problematic. Smear campaign. Isn't that what that's Pelosi said that.
Mm-hmm.
Smear. And it worked. It worked because he got in, but he didn't really have a good first term because people, I mean, and even with all that, he still had a fairly good economic first term.
Oh, easily.
You know? Now imagine what they could have done if he actually had been left to do what he was supposed to do.
Do you think we would have had a smaller government that Biden couldn't even?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Imagine he was allowed to gut what he wanted to gut. Oh my gosh. What?
Yeah.
You know, I believe that Trump had to lead. Again, Trump knew that the election was stolen. He wasn't really fighting it, but he never conceded. Conceded, how you say it, whatever. But he had to let that happen. He had to let Biden's term happen. Because what it did, it started exposing the swamp. They had a buffoon in office, an idiot. So he had to let him get in there. He's like, you know what, just sit back and watch. Just sit back and watch how he destroys everything, and started opening up people's eyes to it. You know, look at the awakening that happened those 4 years after Trump left office.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more people were begging for Trump to get reelected.
Right.
They were begging. He had to let that happen. If he would have stayed in, the smear campaigns would have been harder. They would have pushed on him harder. He probably wouldn't be able to get what he wanted to get done.
Right.
So he had to let it fail. He had to let it get to the point to where it's at now with immigration, the economy, all these wars all over the place. They had to let it happen. Then he comes in and he starts reversing all this stuff. So I think it was a good thing.
But the unfortunate thing is that he's spending much of his time reversing everything to the point where it's like, if it plays out to where he get a third term because of what they pulled for J6 and COVID, then I think it'll be a good point. It'll be good, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know if that's constitutional.
Yeah. Well, that like this question here, okay, and or statement. I think he's already doing that, but he has to do it hands off.
Right.
There is no way he can go in to do anything by unilateral decision. He can't. One, illegally, he can't do it. Legally, he can't do it.
Right.
But if he were to try and even remotely hint that he was doing that, it'd be over for him.
Mm-hmm.
Over. He has to let the Justice Department do it. It has to go through the filtered channels that has to happen. So I know that both Bondi and Cash are looking into those arrests from Jan 6 because they already talked about it. But I think they have to do it quite systematically. And we may never hear about these arrests on a grand scale until they have every bit of information they need.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that people will be held responsible. I do believe that by terms of arrests or at least indictments. How far that goes, don't know. Don't know. I would love to see everybody that was involved in it to absolutely get arrested. Like not just arrested, but jailed, benefits stripped, all of it, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Because really what they did was they pulled the wool over and then like 300 plus million people to get what they wanted. They fleeced the market.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and the instant you do that, I can't have you running around here doing your thing. You gotta pay the piper.
Yeah, for real.
We need you gone. Friday.
Famous Friday.
Friday is Famous Friday.
Ooh.
Oh,
Friday is Famous Friday, everybody. And for y'all who are not aware of Famous Friday, if you're new to the channel and you're not aware of what Famous Friday entails, Famous Friday, we've had this individual on Famous Friday before. But this time we'll be going in a little bit more on Famous Friday on this individual. This individual, this
Look at that
wonderful lima
long-faced
bean here,
baboon.
this little lima bean, his hair is struggling to hold on to what fame it used to have. Let it go, buddy. Take
Let
the
it
chance of
go.
saying, "Let it go, let it go." That hairline's not with you anymore. Let it go, let it go.
It's receding.
Man, what? That looks worse than when Moses parted the Red Sea, man. Like now I see what Pharaoh felt like.
Damn.
I finally understand.
That
So
face.
this will be Friday. This thing will be on schedule Friday. It came back out of the woodwork. It said it was going to sue me, and remember some years ago it said it was going to sue me 2023. The lawsuit hasn't showed up yet. It keeps trying to run around the place trying to debate, and we'll
Failing
rehash
miserably in the
debate.
process.
Yeah, we'll rehash the debate we had, and also go into the kinds of things now he's deciding to talk to people about.
Wait, which debate? The one that he wanted and didn't show up for, or his other?
No, the
debate?
one that he wanted, showed up for, but wouldn't turn his camera on.
Oh, that
and
one.
then said that he couldn't turn his camera on because I was on YouTube, when that wasn't even how it functions. I was on TikTok Studio, and if you had turned on your camera at the onset, we could even work through. If it was a technical glitch, we could have worked through that. But you didn't want the camera. You said just talk.
Yeah.
So,
and he ran.
Yeah.
After 15 minutes.
He ran.
Was it?
And all he
15
does,
minutes?
15, 20. It was short. But he just shows up. He trolls people in Marlon's comment. That's all he does.
I'm surprised he didn't show up today. I'm surprised.
Go to each comment. Every time somebody comments, here comes RT Dubs. He'll reply to their comment.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's on the verge of a stroke. Every time I look at him, like he's about to have a stroke.
I just hope natural causes happens.
Yeah, that right eye. You see that right eye looks a little, and then the mouth goes up on it. You look like you're about to have a stroke, bro. Like, eat better. Okay, eat better. Now, the majority of Friday will be a roast session. I just want you all to know we're just going to be having fun. But I am trying to find his actual full name. I am. And when I do, oh my gosh. What? That's all I will call him from here on out. His name will no longer be RC Dubs. I'm going to find out what the RC means.
Where's he from?
He's Cali. I think he's Cali.
I'm gonna be calling you Richard. I'm pretty sure that first name is Richard. I'm 100% sure that first name is Richard.
Oh, so you think so he looks like a dick?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Richard.
He looked like a Richard. Yeah. Like, I don't know, something about you just screams Richard.
So C might be his middle name, and Dubs.
No, Dubs is I think Dubs, he uses Dubs as a win.
Yeah.
See, these are RC wins. But I think that C is his last name. That's what I'm gonna go on. But like I said, I'm investigating a few more things. I'll find him. Trust me. I will find it. I will find it all. Cannot wait. Tomorrow? What? I only have one show what? I got time tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. When you give Marlon time to plan, he's better than Batman. Yeah. Yeah.
And we know Marlon has something when he starts laughing backstage.
It's gonna be good.
He'll let us know. I'll be like, oh man, it's gonna be good.
I'm a bad time boy. It should be so fun. Even if I don't find this dude's name, it's gonna be a fun show.
He's got enough content for us to just use and abuse.
What? And also, I hope he shows up. That would be even better.
Yes.
What? Look.
No.
Look.
Make sure you let him know though. Like, hey.
Oh yeah, I'm on blocking him tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Let him know.
I'm posting that thing up tonight and unblocking him tonight, y'all. What? I don't think y'all realize how petty I really am.
Oh, we know, Marlon. We've been working with you for how many years?
It's been 4 now, right?
Yeah.
Petty.
We know you're petty as hell.
Pete. Un pete. So let me do something. Let me do it now. Let me do it now.
Mr. So that's what we're hoping. You know, that he, you know, acts like a real white liberal. He mans up and, you know, puts a cup on and shows up. But coward we coward in. So
there you go. All right. Yeah. Oh, I got it down. I'm gonna send all this stuff to the chat because I'm finding. All right. Cool. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun, Friday, fellas. It's gonna be fun. We'll tune in for Friday because this will be we're gonna go back in our old bag.
pull out everything. And when I say everything, I mean not everything, everything.
Everything.
Marlon, you need to make a Suno song about RC Dubs.
Oh,
a good one. Like he's a bottom.
I'm gonna make a Lima song.
Yeah, do all types of just weird stuff in it. So RC Dubs is a weirdo.
It's got to be this. It's got to be done musically correct too.
Oh, I'm music man.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm music baby.
I get it. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get him, baby. Don't you worry, baby. And I'm gonna put that with the thumbnail for our, show. Yeah. So when I post the thumbnail on TikTok, that song will be going in the background.
That'll really get his attention then.
Oh yeah. Oh. Rubber dub, lima bean in the tub.
I wish someone had. What is that AI thing, Jay? You're always sending.
Oh, Sora.
Yeah, I wish someone had a Sora account, and then they could create a whole video with RC.
Oh my gosh, bro! What?
Just hi, my name is RC.
Done in Pixar fashion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone out there has a Sora account. Somebody has to.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and find out.
Yeah, throw out some feelers. I'm pretty sure someone out there that follows you has a Sora account.
I'm gonna make that video tonight before I go live on both sides. Hey, don't forget both sides live tonight, y'all. We have a very significant question that we're going to be posing, and that question is: how is it that Candace Owens decided to go on CNN? Why would you go on CNN? Why? What was there? Who gave her because she didn't look happy to be there. She did not. So we're going to be talking about that, about the why.
Interesting.
And in case you didn't see, I made up my own fake text of Messenger and iPhone to prove to people that it can be easily done. So
I watched your podcast.
It'll be interesting. So we'll be live in an hour. We'll see you guys over there. Make sure you go join both sides, and I'll catch you guys in the morning for Straight Talk, where I'll be covering that lady that phoned all those churches, because I gotta churches, because I gotta take about that. That's gonna make people upset, but I gotta be frank with y'all. Okay, I mean, I'm not mad at her at all, but you'll. I think once you hear it, you understand where I'm coming from. Maybe. In either case, Mr. Lee.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you people Friday. Peace.